What's up with it? What's up with it? What's up with it? Welcome to Uncommon Echo, episode 2. This your host, Matthew UyoU, and let's talk basketball today, man. Like, let's show some buckets, get some hoops in, nigga. Today, NBA, man. Like, offseason 2024. Crazy ass offseason so far, man. Like, fucking Celtics won, man. Like, these niggas got their 18th ring? Yeah, like 18th ring. They got the most rings in NBA history right now. Ain't nobody fucking with Celtics right now, man. Like, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Al Horford. I think Al Horford first ring too, man. Like, it's crazy. Like, you never too old for anything. Like, it's just good seeing Celtics get their flowers for once. Even though I ain't no Celtics fan, I ain't gonna lie. I was wanting them boys to lose, but they did it to the Mavs, man. Like, I thought it was like 4-1. I thought Mavs was gonna put them out, but shit, Kyrie couldn't do it. So even though it's a whole video about the offseason, I don't want to get into the finals because I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of things I could say about the finals that I did like and I didn't like, but it's about offseason, man. Celtics got a victory in the offseason now. And the offseason come on. Gonna have a lot of rookie trades, a lot of trades, period. And that's what I'm finna go into now, man. Let's just go into it, man. Like, I gotta go on NBA website to get the whole accurate things for y'all because I don't want to tell y'all like a lot. I know a lot of trades are going on with the players that I like, but I want to get in depth with like every team and what every team did, So let's get into it, man. And first team first. Talking about the Hawks, man. I don't even think the Hawks made the playoffs last season. Nah, they didn't. They ain't been made playoffs in a few years from now. That's one thing with Hawks, man. Like, I like the Hawks. I like Trae Young. Trae Young, real Gwinnett dude. That's what people don't know. And, like, I don't want to say they're inconsistent. It's just that they're rebuilding. Like, I would say, like, not Nuggets. I would say more like Detroit, Clippers, Houston, Nets, Kings. A lot of them could be inconsistent. Even Bucks. Even though Bucks be getting wins, but Bucks be inconsistent. That's why them niggas lost. But like, I don't want to get into the finals, man. That's just a whole nother conversation. But Hawks, they re-signed a few people. Like, actually one. I can't even say this man's name. Vit Krejcik. Yeah, he re-signed. They done got Cody Zeller, David Roddy, Lance Ness Jr., Dyson Daniels, Dominique Barlow. Now, I do know about Lance Ness Jr. and Cody Zeller. Like, Nance was actually, like, I think he was on Pelicans before. Yeah, he was on Pelicans, so I saw what he did for Pelicans. Like, I like how him and Zion was doing it. And Cody Zeller. Cody Zeller pretty much a vet now. I mean, I remember Cody Zeller since 2014, like, when I used to play, like, NBA 2K and shit a lot. Like, tall, skinny white boy. But Cody Zeller, like, he definitely got bigger now. I ain't gonna lie, like, big white boy now. So, yeah, Cody Zeller, he definitely gonna do some shit for Atlanta. Hopefully, I can see one of their games this year. And, Sadiq Bey left, Bruno Fernando, AJ Griffin, EJ Little. Wow, they traded DeJounte Murray. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think they should have did that.
Why?
Bro, Murray? Just look up Murray highlights. But then again, they getting Nance Jr. and Cody Zeller, so, like, I get it. Like, they had to do, like, wait. Yeah, they just traded Nance Jr. and Cody Zeller and Dyson Daniels for DeJounte Murray. They traded 3 people for one person. That means Pelicans pretty much said, like, bro, we'll give you 3 of our boys for one dude and we'll just figure out the rest. But that's one thing Atlanta needs. Atlanta needs some more big people. Like, that's why I feel like it ain't a bad trade, because Atlanta do need more, like, a lot of big people, because it's a lot of small ball running through Atlanta, like the point guard. Like, pretty much smaller players are running Atlanta, bro.
Like 6'2", 3 type shit.
Yeah, like, it needs to be balanced out, because I feel like that could help them win more games. Not saying they're just going to be on an undefeated streak. It's just, like, that little additional help with centers can help them with just winning this season. Like, maybe they can probably get in the playoffs and get some shit shaped. So, hopefully, like, it's not no bad trades. I ain't gonna lie. I'm looking through this, like, there ain't no bad trades. There ain't no bad losses either. It just, Murray is, he is a good player, but on the Boston Celtics, they got no additional players. I mean, yeah. No addition. I mean, they just won the champions. I mean, what you expect? These boys gonna be like, we're gonna keep the same team. We're gonna keep the same team and do it again. Sam Hauser, he agreed to a 4-year extension. He did his shit in the finals too. Luke Cornett, he returned for another year. Jason Tatum agrees to another 5-year max extension. Xavier Tillman, 2-year extension. Derek White, 4-year extension. Yeah, Derek White, check him out, bro. The Olympics, bro, that man was going off too. I ain't gonna lie, like, light skin, bro, that can ball. I ain't gonna lie, ain't no hate to light skin, but that man can ball. And they had one departure. Civi, I can't say his last name, man. I'm sorry, but Civi, yeah, he went to the Jazz. So I think they let him go into free agency. Maybe his contract expired, and it was like, bro, just going free agency. And then he just got picked up by Jazz. They just probably didn't want to re-sign him. I mean, I ain't really saw him play a lot either, so he probably was like one of the bench dudes. But yeah, Celtics keeping the same squad, man. I just see they could do the same thing next year. But Brooklyn Nets, man, like, I got a weird relationship with Nets though, bro. Like, nah, just cause how Nets was just doing their teams for like the past like 4 years. Like, these boys done went through like whole transformations. Like, these boys,
they ain't got none of the same niggas.
Bro, they done had like, I think like 2021, 2022. I think they had like KD, Ben Simmons, Kyrie Irving. They had some more folks. I'm like, bro, they had a squad like 2-3 years ago.
But did that shit work?
No. And them boys just completely separated. And then their team is just going back to low. It's like, how the hell y'all had the bread to find all these top stars, like these amazing stars, and just next couple years split?
Yeah.
That just shows that the players was dissatisfied with this team, and they probably was like edging these boys to get me off this team. Like, they probably was playing like, and I kind of felt like that with KD. I felt like KD was just playing a certain way in Brooklyn just so he can get traded off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they really didn't like that team. Like, Kyrie, Ben, I don't think they like that team at all. I just think they were just put there because of money. Because how KD was playing with Suns, and he's older now, was different than he did with Brooklyn. Like, you can literally look.
You can tell he ain't really fuck with that team for real.
Yeah.
By how they playing.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It's Brooklyn. They re-signed Nick Claxton, Keon Johnson, and Trenton Watford. I heard a little bit about Keon. Keon straight. Oh, they got Bojan. Oh, they just signed Bojan Bogdanovic. He's a vet. Killian Hayes, Shake Milton, Zaire Williams. Not Zion, Zaire. But, like, yeah. Nah, Bojan Bogdanovic, he's definitely a good vet, man. Like, Bogdanovic, man, I have memories with him, too. And Michael Bridges and Keita Bates-Diop, they left. Like, they went to Knicks. Yeah, both of them went to the Knicks. And they had got Shake Milton and Bogdanovic from the Knicks for them. So, decent trade. Going to Charlotte, man. SHA, Charlotte Hornets. They re-signed Miles Bridges 5. And they re-signed Seth Curry for a year. Oh, that's fine, because a lot of people don't know that And it makes sense Steph Curry resigning and want to stay with Charlotte. A lot of people don't know that Curry them, I believe they from Charlotte. Well, not Charlotte, but North Carolina. Like, I believe like Curry and all them, his dad, like Curry dad was in the NBA. His name Del Curry, I think he a North Carolina dude. Like, they pretty much did a lot of high school basketball stuff. It's crazy because my girl dad actually played with Steph Curry like a long time ago at like this training camp in Charlotte. Like, he was in high school and like Curry was in like middle school. And he's saying like Curry was like messing all them boys up. Yeah.
Little nigga came in that bitch.
Yeah, middle schooler messing up high school boys up.
Yeah, that's
like,
crazy.
So, you know, Curry.
Been nice.
People been saw that in Curry.
Yeah.
So, like in North Carolina, what people don't know, North Carolina like a real basketball state for real. Like, that's like how New York treat basketball. I'll say like in the South, that's how North Carolina treats basketball. Like, ain't no other state that I feel like that treats it like that. Like, them boys will be out there hooping, like, all day long. Like, from sun up to sun down. Like, people love basketball in North Carolina, bro. But Steph Curry, yeah, that's good he did that, man. Trying to, like, stretch that. Oh, them boys got Taj Gibson, Josh Green. Oh, that's some good trades. I ain't gonna lie. Anton Watson, additions, departures. Davis Burtons, Reggie Jackson, Bryce McGowens, and Aleksej Pokusevski. I can't say these like the international names. I know these international dudes be fire, they do, but I just can't say their names, man. It's like Reggie Jackson. Is he a free agent? Now Reggie Jackson straight too. I remember when he was playing on Detroit, man. That's when I really used to watch him a lot when he was on Pistons. Like, he was on Pistons damn near, like, probably, like, 8 years ago. But that's when I really, like, he a vet, too. But that's somebody, like, I really, really used to, like, watch a lot. And Taj Gibson, man, like, Taj Gibson on that bullshit. Taj Gibson, man, like, he a vet too, man. People can go back and watch Taj Gibson on the Bulls, man. Like, 2014, 2015, man, that man was probably one of the best power forwards in the league. So, yeah, he definitely going to help Hornets with that. Well, especially, I think, what's his name? Still on there, I believe. The Ball brothers, the youngest one. LaMelo, yeah. So, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Him and Taj, like, that alley ball, like, I can already see that from here. Chicago Bulls, man. They re-signing Pat Williams for a 5-year deal. They added Chris Duarte, Josh Giddey, Jalen Smith, and Alex Caruso, DeRozan, and Andre Drummond had left. And it looks like Alex Caruso and Giddey was the trade for the Thunder with that. So, I mean, I feel like Chicago, like, the only trade that made sense was that Josh Giddey and Caruso, but, man, DeRozan and Andre Drummond, some big losses, man. I'm going to keep it a stack, like, because, honestly, like, my problem with Chicago, that they get injured a lot. They're like an injury-prone team, so it's like, if it ain't this one dude injured, it's another dude injured, and when they come back, it's gonna be another dude injured, and it's just, you know, they're like very injury prone, and like that don't really help the team. Like, you know, when they sign people, they expect like the whole team to play, not just partially the team. You know, and I feel like that kind of affected Chicago last season, like a lot of injuries. I think there was a team with the most injury players last year. Them in Miami. Miami had a lot of people too hurt last year too, man. I ain't gonna lie, they did. But Cleveland, they added no one departed, so they're keeping the same team. They just extended contracts for Jared Allen, Donovan Mitchell, and Evan Mobley, which is smart. And like I respect Cleveland because after LeBron left, a lot of people doubted them and thought they were gonna go to a direction they wasn't supposed to go to. And now Cleveland just kept things spiced up, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like they really did. Like they kept their head in the game, and they always be the top 10, top 15 teams in the league. Like, they don't never be last anymore, you know. So without LeBron too, so people can't be like, oh, LeBron this, LeBron that. Like, they holding their own, and I definitely eager to see them next season because they did make the playoffs too. Dallas Mavs, man. These boys re-signing no one. They just added Spencer Dinwiddie, Quentin Grimes, Najee Marshall, and, you know, Klay Thompson. I know a lot of people heard about the Klay Thompson trade already. That kind of, like, shook the basketball net for, like, a minute because, you know, how long Klay was with the Warriors and Curry and all them. And, you know, Klay just getting to that age, man. He's not the same Klay no more. And I honestly feel like Warriors don't want that, you know. He's not putting up the same numbers as he did about 4 or 5 years ago. He don't even move the same no more. I'm not trying to discredit him. I just think what Warriors trying to make with their team, like Klay Thompson don't really fit with it no more. So I feel like that's why they let him go because they always eager to re-sign him, like off rip. Like when his contract was up, re-sign him. They did this time. They didn't want to do it. And the departures is Josh Green, Tim Hardaway Jr., and Derrick Jones Jr. And Tim Hardaway, like I was saying earlier, like Tim Hardaway Jr., like his dad was in the NBA like years ahead too. And I know Tim Hardaway Jr. just had that experience just watching his dad, and like that man's a bucket. That man's one of them pure buckets, man. Like I like him. I always like him playing. But nah, Klay, Luka, and Kyrie. Yeah, that was about to be that shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm waiting to see them. That was gonna be one of them like top teams next year. I already know. Denver, they re-signed DeAndre Jordan. They just added Dario Saric and Westbrook, and they got rid of Caldwell Pope and Reggie Jackson. Like we was talking about earlier, Reggie Jackson went to the Hornets, so you know that's not really a bad trade. But Caldwell Pope, man, yeah, he one of them dudes again up there too, man. Caldwell Pope been in the NBA for a minute, man. But DeAndre Jordan re-signing, that's definitely a bad move. Saric and Westbrook, definitely some great ass moves. I ain't gonna lie, Westbrook needed a team like Nuggets, honestly. And the only reason why I say Westbrook needed a team like Nuggets, because Nuggets is like predominantly big men team. That's their team. They're like their bigs is what make them like highlight. Westbrook, like he a good small dude. You know, he a good small dude that can keep up with that. So he definitely a good deal for them. Them Detroit Pistons. Bro, it's just funny, bro. These boys really had the worst season, like, ever last year. Like, that was, like, the whole joke of the last season, bro. Like, anybody from the D, bro, they would literally talk about Detroit Lions before these boys in any sports conversation. Like, when Detroit Pistons get in the conversation, nobody from the D want to talk about them. Like, damn, man, why you always want to talk about Pistons, man? Like, here we go again, man. These boys don't talk about Pistons. Like, could you know Pistons, man, inconsistent. Like, I'm sorry, bro. They inconsistent as fuck. And, like, they just need to do something, man. They just need to do something. But Cade Cunningham, he resigned. Simon Fodesio, he resigned too. And Simon, Cade was actually, they actually solid. They just added Tim Hardaway Jr., Malik Beasley, Tobias Harris, Wendell Moore, Paul Reed. Now, I don't know Tobias Harris like that, but what I have heard about him, he's pretty solid too. And, you know, like I said, Tim Hardaway Jr., he a bucket, so they need that. And Taj Gibson, Quentin Grimes, and James Wiseman, they departed. But we all know why Taj departed. Golden State, man, GSW. They re-signed nobody. They just added Kyle Anderson, Buddy Hield. Yeah, Buddy Hield. He ain't new no more, but I remember when he was new. I think he came in the league about like 4 or 5 years ago. Like he's still young in the league. Like Buddy Hield, he definitely got a great future. Like he's one of the best point guards I've seen in a minute too. DeAnthony Melton and Linty Waters III. I don't really know him, but I think he went to the Thunder. I'm gonna do my research on him. They just added them. Chris Paul left. Dario Saric left. And Klay Thompson left. Some big names, I ain't gonna lie. Definitely some big names, but it's a lot of mixed emotions about Chris Paul. I mean, I understand why people feel the way how they feel about Chris Paul, but I like Chris Paul. I don't feel like Chris Paul a bad point guard. I don't feel like he's trash. I don't feel like he's sorry. It just Chris Paul just, I don't know. It just when the times come when he wins, he just don't be winning. I don't know why, but Chris Paul just not a bad player at all. I'm not gonna shit on CP3, man. Houston re-signed Aaron Holiday. They just added AJ Griffin. That was a good trade. And nobody in the Rockets left, so yeah, Rockets keeping the same team too. That's straight. That's what's up. I love teams that just keep it traditional, keeping the same folks and building. NBA just don't do that no more. Indiana. Yeah, Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes definitely gonna help out their future. San Antonio, they're a very young team. That's why I was just telling bro, like one of the youngest teams in the NBA actually. So I feel like they them OGs gonna help. And departure Devontae Graham, but we know why he left. Toronto actually just re-signed Scotty Barnes, Emmanuel Quickly. Boy, I had to stumble across Quickly. I used to be sleeping on Quickly. Like Quickly actually nice. They just signed him for a 5-year deal. And Garrett Temple straight too. They just added Bruno Fernando, Davion Mitchell, and Toronto lost Muhammadu Gay, Jalen McDaniels, Gary Trent Jr., and Sasha Venskov. But Sasha, we all know why he left. He just wanted to leave. Utah Jazz, they resigning Johnny just saying Laurie Markin. I can't say his last name. Jeez, please don't get no disrespect by this. But yeah, Laurie and Johnny just saying resign. Additions, Drew Eubanks, Patty Mills, crazy. Patty Mills still playing. And Sivi Malakachuk. Patty Mills, man. Definitely an OG, man. Ain't nobody like him. And departures, Chris Dunn, Westbrook, and Omer Houston. Washington. They re-signed Washington Wizards, man. Shout out to my boys in the DMV. Washington Wizards re-signing Anthony Gill and Rashawn Holmes. Rashawn Holmes, solid as hell. They just added Sadiq Bey from the free agency, Malcolm Brogdon, and they got Valanciunas. And they had departure Denny Ajava, Tyus Jones, and Laudry Shamet. One thing about Wizards, like even back in them John Wall days, like Wizard one of them hustling teams. I ain't gonna say they like the best team. They wasn't even one of the best teams last season. They definitely was one of the worst. But it just Wizards actually got good hustle ball. Like I like their coaching staff, like how the way they just bring people up. I feel like everybody who go on Wizards changed their game of basketball, and I feel the same with Miami too. Like when somebody played for Miami once in their life, like it changed the rest of their career because just how they coaching, the style of play is, and not every team, especially nowadays, but a lot of different teams got their own signature styles of playing. If you really pay attention, it's just like Wizards, one of them type of teams that got their signature style for sure. And yeah, that's all the teams, man. With all the trades and stuff. And this was definitely a big trade season. I ain't gonna lie. Like probably the biggest one since 2020 on the real. Like every other trade, it was like, yeah, one big name there, one big name here, but a lot of the team's dialogue just changed immensely. And that's why I said this specific offseason is about to like change the next 5 years from now, because it's a lot of people that sign for like 4 or 5 years. So yeah, like this offseason about to definitely do something for the future. This next segment I want to talk about, we got through all the trades. I ain't really want to get into the rookie signings because it's just a lot of rookies, and a lot of rookies I don't know. I'm gonna be real, like I don't keep up with every single rookie, but I do want to talk about this. LeBron and Bronny James, collab. Bronny coming in second round, getting picked by the Lakers. Um, Definitely a great move for LeBron. I'm not gonna lie, like never before seen. I was actually proud of that move. Like proud of LeBron for that move, because you never saw that before. Like you saw sons and fathers play in the same league, or in the father was in a different time and the son coming in time after, but you never get the chance to see a father and a son play in the same team at the same time. And like that's definitely new, and it's a groundbreaking in for LeBron and even Bronny. Like there definitely history was made. But my honest opinion about Bronny though, after watching a lot of him play and a lot of like his high school games and college games, honestly feel like he should have did another year of school. And yeah, I feel like he should have did another year of school and just waiting and playing more to get better. But I feel like it's the expectations Braun had for his son and his future is what made everybody made the decision they is. And not saying that Braun just trying to force people to do things he want to do it. No, not at all. It just I felt like Braun just really suggested like, hey, let's have a father son duo and see what happens in the near future of this. And I'm eager to see what happened. I'm not gonna say it's a good move or a bad move, because it, it's a good move for LeBron, but it's a bad move for the Lakers. And reason why I say that, because I feel like the team Lakers doesn't need a player like Bronny James right now. Like the Lakers need like star point guard or star shooting guard, and I don't see Bronny as automatically coming in the Lakers and being in the top five, starting five. I really don't. And got a lot of mixed emotions about it. Like I even feel like, I know this kind of a stretch, but I even feel like, Kobe would have had his opinions about it too. And like probably would have been somewhat similar to mine. Don't quote me on that, but it just looking at the overall game and the situation. It's a great situation for Bron. He made history. He got the son playing with him. That's fine. That is amazing. I'm never going to deny that for LeBron. Like I give LeBron like big claps for that. I'm not gonna lie, like especially coming as a black man and what LeBron went through. But let's be real, like LeBron, you came from the slums in Cleveland. Like Bronny grew up in LA, so it's like it's different. It's just different coming from two backgrounds. So I feel like a lot of expectations people gonna give Bronny is what they have for LeBron, and I don't feel like Bronny gonna meet them expectations, at least not now. So I just don't want all that pressure just going back on Bronny. Then if he don't exceed them expectations, everybody gonna be like, "Oh, he shouldn't have did this, did that, did that, did that," which I feel like is gonna come, but we just gotta see what this season lands for. But for LeBron, amazing move, great history, and I still like that Bronny made it. Bronny's not bad. I just don't feel like Bronny is where LeBron was at that age. And we just gotta wait and see, man. Like we just gotta wait and see. We just gotta wait and see. But I honestly feel like he should have had another college year instead of being a one and done. And we just gotta pay attention to see what's going on. 2024 Olympics, man. Like the Olympics happen every 4 years, every 8 years.
4 years.
Okay, right. I don't be in tune with the Olympics like how I used to. Like when I was a kid, like that was probably one of the best times. Like we really used to like be in the house and really watching all the sports. Like I ain't gonna lie, like, we used to have parties and all that back in the day. But I don't know. It just ain't drove me now. I don't know if I just got too much going on in my life right now to just really sit and just watch the Olympics. But the only sport I was paying attention to was basketball, of course. Like, I think it's over now. The men had left with the #1 gold medal. France was #2 with silver. And Serbia was #3 for men. And women, United States was #1, the gold medal. France was #2 women, and Australia was #3 for women. So, United States, the United States, they had who all they had on the team, man. Like I know LeBron, KD, Curry, Joel Embiid, Anthony Edwards, Jason Tatum. It was Bam was on there too. A few other cats. The other cats I just know off my head off rip. It was other bro from Celtics too. And not Jaylen Brown. Other bro. They actually was shaky at first. From the games I heard France was near beating them. Serbia was near beating them. China, I heard China, big game was like real close. Like I think they beat China by like 1 point. And, Joel Embiid honestly was probably the worst I saw out of everybody play. I'm not gonna lie. And KD is statistically the best American Olympic basketball player ever. Like it's a fact now. Like, KD definitely exceeded everybody. Like, and I'm not just talking about medals. I'm talking about just like points and blocks and rebounds. Like he has the most points, the most blocks, the most rebounds, the most assists, the most steals out of like every American person that played in Team USA for Olympics. So shout out Kevin Durant, man. Like, Kevin Durant really putting on for America, showing people like, yeah, Americans are true buckets, and them leaving in the top at gold, like it doesn't surprise me. America, like I ain't gonna say we're the only places good at basketball, but it's just like the dedication and the memories and the drive of basketball over here. It's just rich. It's just real rich. And I feel like a lot of the American boys go over there, and like there's in France too, and they just they showed out. They brought a lot of ambition over there. So the Olympics for basketball is probably my favorite one out of every sport and the most interesting. Just seeing LeBron, Curry, and KD play on the same team was real cool too. Not gonna lie. But you barely get that now. But shoot, next 4 years, let's see where we at now. That's even if these boys still in it. But let's just see where we at. Testing. Okay. It's recording?
Yep.
WNBA, not just off season for them, just all together WNBA, man. I'm gonna be honest, I was not watching WNBA when I was younger, and I definitely keep more tabs of it now. After like Angel Reese, Asia Williams, Brittany Griner, all them. Definitely, especially Britt. Like Britt been a undeniable force since she got into WNBA. Like stuff I had to go back. Like Brittany was definitely very. But a lot of them females I heard at WNBA. Like I want to know it how I know NBA now, and this how I know I'm involved with basketball. Like I just want to try to explore like all different parts of basketball because it's all turning up to me. the women league has never been where it's been at before, and I feel like that's like a lot of entertainment for women right now. Like women definitely taking a stand where women not really the sideline type of games. Like it be top games too in NBA with women now. I want to give big respect to the WNBA for that. I just want to pay attention more so I can make more videos to depth like how I can do the NBA, you know. And with that being said, it just what went on the last season. I think who won? I need to see who won. I think it was what was it? The top team. Oh, the Eastern Conference, the New York Liberties, and the Western Conference, the Minnesota Lynx. Like them was the top twos, man. They seasons are very much smaller than NBA seasons. Like their seasons be like, how can I say, like, I think about 40 games. I think it's just like not even 40. I really think it'd be like 30-something games, like, or maybe like 35. Like it's pretty much half what NBA games is for the season. So their season would be like way quicker. But definitely feel like they need more games. They need to start paying them more money for this because a lot of these girls are putting on. Like a lot of these girls I see playing now be better than some of these NBA boys. I'm not gonna lie, they do. And you know, they definitely putting on. I'm probably gonna have to cop a jersey, like a WNBA jersey one day, like for real, like just to like really show my support and appreciation for it. Cause like I said, it definitely changed me when we get tuned in now. Even Ice Cube League, like Big Three, like I'm definitely trying to pay attention to Ice Cube League too, cause Ice Cube League getting a lot of recognition. He's getting a lot of like older NBA like players and coaches to go on there like coach and, you know, be trainers for a lot of them boys and stuff. Like it just know like basketball just doesn't have to be centered in NBA. Like it's a lot of different sources of basketball people can go to. Like I just want people to remember that. That's what I'm learning now. Like, it doesn't have to just be strictly NBA, strictly LeBron and all that. Like it's a lot more people doing great right now too. So, you know, big shouts out to the WNBA, Big Three, and you know, I just want to see how this upcoming 2025 season gonna be. But like I said, for NBA, even WNBA, like, it's probably gonna be one of the most interesting seasons ever, man. I mean, we halfway in the 2020s, so all that 2015, 16 to now, that's almost about to be 10 years ago. So it's like we're definitely going to like a new generation of it. So let's just see how it goes. A lot of the OGs, still the OGs now. I know they're retiring soon, but let's not forget it's a lot of good new talent too. And there's more to talk about, more to see. Let's just see how when the NBA season starts. Let's see what we got, man. Uncommon Echo episode 2, man. NBA postseason, offseason. Let's just wait till it get back. Shout out to all the big names I realize. I'm gonna put some links in the description for, you know, just NBA, WNBA, some players I want to talk about. And you want to see that. This shot UyoU, Matthew UyoU. Y'all just tune in. It's time for me to tune out. Bam!